Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode here on Carmelin's Farm. So, we said in the last episode that we were going to fill the straw trough, the cattle with new bedding, and that's what we're doing. I was just running that last bale out because it wasn't all that much left. So, what we're going to do is we're going to come down here and we'll unfold, and then we'll get the teleporter or telehandler or whatever you want to call it, and get that to lift some new bales in. So we'll unfold that, and then what we have to do is, because this was designed for square bales, not round bales, so we have to go one in each corner, diagonal. So like one in this one and one in that one, or vice versa. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, so we'll just get that out. Actually, while we're here, we'll get the bales out. So straw, yes, not square. Wow, here we go. There we go. So that does take quite a bit of a big chunk of the bales, because each one of those bales is 50,000 litres. But I do it that way just because then it lasts longer in the mixers and stuff. So I've got a little bit of a sore throat this morning. It's been a bit of a cold / fluey sort of bug going around the house at the moment, and it would appear that I'm its final victim. I'm the only one that hasn't had it yet, but as I say, I've woken up this morning with a little bit of a sore throat, so all good fun. But one thing it does mean is you won't get me shouting at you today. Not that I tend to really shout too much anyway, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, we'll get this filled up, and then what I'm going to do while we're doing this, I'm going to switch straight over to time lapse, as I say, because it is a little painful for me to talk at the moment. But we'll go over to some time lapse. We've got quite a bit to do today. Just very quickly, we've got well, this is my hope for the episode. We've got to expand the farm, so expand that, make that bigger, get some more factories in. We've got the first of the grapevines to put in and the olive groves to put in. I might actually be better off putting them the same side rather than diagonal. Yeah, so we've got those to do. We've got a wheat harvest now that we can get on with, so we'll be getting on with that. But rather than having cosplay, although having said that, I do need it to go in the silo. So another job that we will do as well is I think we'll just have a quick look at how much wheat's in that silo, and while the harvest is going on, I think I've got 2 trailers. If I haven't, we'll buy another one. We've got the money to do so now, so we'll buy another one. But actually, I think I have only got 1 grain trailer. But while the wheat harvest is going on, we'll get the wheat out of the silo and put it into the chickens. So the eggs have all gone now. I have sold all the eggs. Managed to get those down, and I managed to get those top ones down with that little pallet fork. Again, yesterday I was being a bit thick when I was trying to do it. It's like, oh yeah, it'll go in, but it won't actually lift them up because it won't go high enough. Well, just tilt it back then and lift it off the ground that way. But that didn't come to me until I loaded in this morning. I've left the right eggs. Oh yeah, We need one that says cooperative, and we need to untag. There we go. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we get this expanded, we'll get that in. The rape's not quite ready yet. The barley's not quite ready yet. We'll get this filled with straw. So we will get the Massive Ferguson, and Cosplay can be getting on with the combining. What I'll do is, we'll do the normal. I'll do the 3 breeds around the outside, and then I'll let Cosplay do the rest. The reason I do it this way is because that way, none on the headlands get missed. So if I cut 3 and tell it to cut 2, what happens is that it, always goes beyond, and because it always goes beyond, obviously then you don't miss any. So that's the reason why I do that. But I do find with Cosplay it is better to run the headlands yourself, because Cosplay is very good, but it still doesn't take all of the crop off the headland. And I've found that if I do 3 and tell it to do 2, I don't miss any crop, or I miss very little crop, I'll say that much. Sometimes it does still leave bits in the corners, but sometimes I think that's where I don't quite do a full breed or whatever. So I mean, because these fields are open on all ends, we could tell it to do 1, or we could even tell it not to do any headland, and we definitely probably wouldn't miss any then. But as I say, with it being the way it is, I just find that works best. But it's good to be getting another wheat harvest in, because as I say, we'll be completely using all of the wheat that we've got in silo at the moment. Although I haven't said that, I could sell it, I guess, if it sort of use it as, it was corn left over. But I'm pretty certain we've got another wheat field being grown over yonder. Let's have a quick look. That's a straight edge, so we should be okay. Right, so yeah, we've got another wheat field being grown over yonder. So in theory, we could get rid of what's in there now and sell it. Be a bit of extra money. As I say, I want to extend the farm. I want to get loads more factories. I want to get the olive groves planted. I want to start to get the grapevines planted. So, any extra money is worth anything for us at the moment. 100, yeah, it is. So, yeah, I might do that. I might sell it. One thing I was thinking, and I don't know how you guys feel about it, which is kind of why I haven't done it yet. I was thinking about getting a lorry with obviously higher capacity trailers. The only reason, because obviously lorries are higher than the 200 horsepower that we're allowed to use, but they won't help me in terms of farming. Obviously they will help me in terms of hauling and stuff like that, but in terms of farming they won't help me. But I just thought it would cut down the amount of times in an episode that we would have to drive to and from the store, well, the sell points really. So I didn't know what you guys kind of felt about that, whether it's like, yeah, a lorry's okay, because otherwise because I've been watching like all my episodes and what have you, and trying to sort of see where I can improve and what I can do differently and stuff like that. And one thing I've noticed is it's like when we go to sell stuff, it's like 4 or 5 runs, and I'm thinking, that's okay, but do we really want to watch that in an episode, or would we rather be watching work and stuff like that? So tell me your thoughts in the comments. Is that, oh, crikey, I didn't realise that had filled so quickly. Is a lorry a good idea, just so that we can sort of get on a little bit quicker? Or would you rather I'd stuck sort of religiously to the 200 horsepower and we did it sort of that way. Say, let me know. Be interested to hear your thoughts. And I've lost a grain trailer. Let's see if we can find a grain trailer. Okay. Oh, yeah, I know where it is. It's okay. We haven't lost a grain trailer. I don't know why I left it there, but I know where I've left. Well, I hope I know where I've left it. But it's not in here. I was kind of thinking it was in there. Oh, well, answers on a postcard as to where that is then, because now I'm clueless. No, I'm not clueless. I know the last job I was doing with it. I know where it is. I'll say again, and even more so this time. Lord knows why I've left it here. I'm wondering if it was because I couldn't get everything in that I wanted to get in. But I went up to the cooperative and bought some barley. Yeah, it's because I couldn't get it all in. I went and bought some barley to start making seed because our harvest wasn't quite ready. And so I thought I'll leave the trailer there. Next time I come back, I'll finish tipping, and I'd obviously forgotten about it, but that's fine. Whew, I'm pleased I remembered that in the end. Anyway, we'll fill that up, and then as I say, when we start drilling again, we've got some seed now, so that's quite good. The mod that was recommended to me for taking it out of there and putting it into seed bags, I can't find that mod. So we're just going to have to unfortunately do it either via an overloader or literally just drive the drill around there and just unload and load the drill up like that. But yeah, anyway, I am going to switch over to time-lapse now. That's because I'm just rabbiting on. So I'll see you at the end. Bye for now. So I'm back. There we go. What an episode. We have got all of the factories built and nearly up and ready for production. 2 are now producing. So we've got flour obviously being produced, and we've now got clothes that have been produced. So in case you're wondering why the factories are able to produce so fast, it's because I have the fast factory mod. Because I find that if it's too because if you leave it to the in-game ones that are very slow, you then they can't clear the crop that you get in on this harvest before the next crop comes in, and then what happens is you start backing up all your silos, and it starts to have a really big knock-on effect. So I have the fast one, and then it clears everything sort of in one go. Yeah, it does mean that for a day or two all you're doing is factory work, but you know that's a small price to pay. Given the fact that you're then able to go straight back into production again. But so we'll just get this one ready, because the next one we're going to do is going to be the sugar beet. We've got that to clear, obviously. We've got this to clear as well. The terms of the olives and the grape, well, certainly with the olives, I can't understand why it was saying that there was it collided with another object. As far as I could tell, there was nothing there, and as you saw, I did smooth it out in the thought that maybe the ground was a little bit higher than sort of from one end of the field to the other. It shouldn't be, but it could have been. So I did sort of smooth it out. Whether I need to go in there and flatten it and then see if it'll work, I don't know. I might have a little look at that off camera, just to see kind of what's going on. Yeah, so now that we've got the productions up and running, that's fantastic. So all the wheat that we grow will go to the chickens. All the barley that we grow will go to seed, and then we're going to get a couple of more fields out there. We'll buy some more land out there and then sort of go across and round. I don't want a huge amount, but I do need enough for all of the production. So it's a case of I'm not going to go beyond what I really need. But these fields out here are bigger, and so therefore these fields maybe I can turn over to sugar beet, because I don't need such big fields for sugar beet to get us the same amount off, if you know what I mean. So that might be something to look into. But as I say, this field I wanted to make me olive grove. Whether I have got to go in and flatten it, and so, I don't know, or smooth it all out, I don't know. But as I say, I'll have a little look at that. Also, as well, drop your thoughts in the comments, because again, sometimes people leave comments and say, well, actually, and I find it helps, and we can sort of get on. So but yeah, say out here is where we need to carry on expanding. We've got a bit of land just beyond this field, and then the next field that excuse me, that I want to buy, and then want to as I say, get expanded and get it mown. I don't know whether I'm gonna sell the bales. I might do this time around as the last time, because I do plan on buying 2 or 3 blocks down here, and across there as well. The only concern that I have really is whether or not my tractors can cope with the hillage out here. It might be that we're going to have to drop a drill size and go to a 4-meter drill. I don't know. Or we're going to have to go to a mounted drill. But this is the land that I'm thinking about buying. So if you come on to here, so that's obviously the barley field, and then you've got these fields. So my plan originally was to put the grapes down here, across there, and then down there. That's my plan, but that may be not going to be happening now. I don't think we're going to need to expand this anymore. I don't think. I think, as far as I'm aware, I've got all of the productions that I need now. I will, check and make sure, but I think I have. So then that's our huge soybean field. That's our other wheat field. That's obviously our sunflower field. So my plan was to buy this, and then this, and then possibly do the same the other side, so that it comes sorry, it's very juddery because I'm running exceptionally low on memory. I've got a real problem at the moment, because normally when I clear my videos, it clears all the memory that's being used, and I go back to having sort of 70 gig free. And I've cleared all my videos, and for some reason it's left me with 17 gig free. I don't know what happened to the rest. So now I'm in a bit of trouble, because, as I say, normally I have 70 gig for the week to use up in recordings, and then I just keep uploading the videos, sort of, I try to upload 2 a day if I can. But it doesn't always work out like that, because sometimes the internet speeds out here in the middle of nowhere are quite slow, and then other days, they're sort of really fast. Like, it doesn't make sense, but that's the way it is, unfortunately. So I just have to put up with it. But yeah, so that's my plan, is sort of come out here. I mean, I guess I could, in theory, buy all these. So those I own anyway. I'm pretty certain. Yeah, those I own anyway. So I could come out here and buy these, but it might be worth actually going on a little bit of a scouting mission and seeing how hilly these are, because it could be that this end is the flat end. But anyway, I'm going to leave the video here, because it's juddering really badly, so that usually is a sign for me to say that the video is about to automatically quit recording, because it's ran out of memory. So I'm going to sign off here. Thanks ever so much for watching. If you haven't done already, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. At the time of recording this, which is July 31st, unless something dramatically changes on the channel, we have hit the 450 target, subscriber target for this month, which I'm really grateful and really pleased for. So a massive thank you to everyone that subscribed, and as I say every month at this stage, a very warm and extended welcome to everyone that's new to the channel. Please don't be afraid to leave comments and messages. As I said the other day on one of my videos, I don't always reply straight away, but I will at some point reply. As I say, life and sometimes recording just means that I don't go anywhere near YouTube for a few days, because I'm just busy recording and making sure that I'm in front. But if this memory situation doesn't improve, then I don't know what's going to happen, because I'm not going to have the memory to be able to record. In terms of, I wanted to say this as well, and it's just come to me. In terms of Discord, so I have looked into it, and I did download it, and I did start to go through it, and I got it up and running. I then went on to a friend of my brother's Discord channel, just to make sure that I'd kind of done it right. And the amount of memory that it took off my computer in order for it to run means that it's not plausible for me at this time to have that to have Discord on my computer, because it took nearly 6 gig of memory, and I just don't have that spare. So I've for now had to forego it. But it will be something that will be added. Like I say, I am trying to desperately save for a new computer. It is very tough to save the money required for the computer that I think I need. Before I do commit to a computer, what I might do is I might either read out the specs on one of my videos, and one of my lovely listeners can say, yeah, that's a good computer, or yeah, that will do everything that you need it to do. Or alternatively, they could say, no, don't get that. It's it's garbage or whatever, and that will save me, getting onwards of like £2.5 grand. So, that's going to be a massive help. But as I say, it's because I don't work. It's not easy to save, the amount of money that I need to buy a new computer that will get me everything I need in terms of YouTube, i.e., loads and loads and loads and loads of spare memory, so I'll just be able to keep recording to my heart's content. But more importantly, getting Discord up and running, because that is what I really want to do. Everyone's asking me to do it. I really want to do it, but at the moment, with the memory situation, it's just not a practical thing for me to do, because I need every spare sort of megabyte and gigabyte that I can get. But anyway, that's enough from me for this episode. Thanks ever so much for watching. I've really enjoyed having your company on this episode, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next one. Bye for now.